And welcome to the morning show with Angel and Tina and our fabulous guest in her virtual studio. Tina, how are you today?
Doing good. I I put something on Facebook this morning that was so funny. It was like this.
You gonna be able to get this out? Look at her. She's like gonna be on the floor in a minute. What did you do?
It's so funny. I have to share my screen and show. Thank goodness I didn't wear lashes today. Okay. Oh, I can't share my screen.
Hold on. Okay, hold on.
Let
Let me get this all locked in and up, and I'll let
you.
It
is so funny. I'm gonna pull this up so I have it.
Okay.
So, yesterday, my friend Michelle Cunningham put this like post up, and I was just cracking up. I'm like, I have nobody to send this. She's like, send this to your husband, as let me know what he says. And everybody's posting their husband comments, and of course I'm not married, so I was like, well, dang, who am I going to send this to? So every year at Christmas time, I get my kids matching Christmas pajamas, right? So I sent this to my our group family text. I said, hey boys, we're gonna have, I found our matching pajamas this year. What colors do you want? And so this is what they said. So I said, I just saw this post, and this is the I can't do it. So I said, what color do you want? And this was my son's response. He says, that'll be a negative.
Like, no, just pick a color.
Just pick a color. He was like, just no. That looks like a dress. And then he pulls out mother. And then, so everybody is commenting. There's like all these comments, right? So it's just so funny. So this lady, she said, baby, I'm going to order you one for Christmas. What color do you want? And he goes, the see-through one.
Yeah, the see-through one.
And then this guy said, she says, I'm going to order this for you. What color do you want? He said, please don't. I would have fear that someone would see me in it and then take a photo of me in it. And then somehow it'll end up on Facebook and my life would be over. It is so funny. And this lady, she's like, I'm getting this. He says, hell no.
Oh my goodness.
It's so funny. And then this lady, she's like, okay, so this is the backstory. He bought me a birthday gift, but he got himself the same birthday gift. So his birthday is coming up. So I said, look, I'm going to get us matching ones. One for you, one for me. He goes, nice comeback.
Oh my gosh.
So I just thought that was so funny. It was my my laugh for the day.
Your morning therapy.
It's good to have.
It was, but I'm so excited that April is here today. I asked her a couple of days ago, and she was so excited. She was like, "Oh my god,
yay!" Yeah, so I'm so excited. Yeah, I mean, I've connected with Tina on a couple occasions, very minimal, and then she reached out, and I was like, "Well, heck yes."
It's kind of funny because when I do ask people, because I do the calendar, when I ask people, they're like, oh my God, I've been waiting for you to ask me. I'm like, what? How come you didn't reach out to me and ask to get on?
Yeah.
And then,
so polite.
I asked somebody earlier this week, and she was like, oh my God, I watch you guys all the time. I follow you on Facebook and Instagram. I'm like, oh wow, I feel like I'm a celebrity.
Well, it's good that we have April. I woke up this morning. April, do you use a scheduling app, a little calendar app, where people can go on and book on your calendar?
I do not yet, but yes. Okay, I'm familiar with them.
So, there's this whole transition of like letting go of control, right? Having somebody else have access to get on your calendar, and so once you're over that hurdle, it's like a game changer. You're like, this is amazing. Like, it saves me so much time. Book on my calendar. It's just done, and no more of all that back and forth. Well, this morning, somebody booked on both my calendars and on Tina's calendar. It's like AA booked on your calendar.
The name was AA, and I went,
and filled out like all the forms with the letter A, B, C, his email, put the email address in as abc@gmail.com.
Yep.
Yeah, I said to team, like, and like somebody from Asia, it's like got an Asia timestamp on it. And I'm like, this is kind of creepy, right? Somebody go in and like getting on my calendar and seeing where, I don't know. So so I canceled him, but
Yes.
it was a bad email
I did
address.
too. I canceled them. I went, delete and cancel.
Yeah,
Like, where do they come from? It's no different than getting those weird friend requests, or they'll answer something for your group and it'll be like, yeah, that wasn't the answer to the question.
Right?
Nope, not appropriate.
I have
Weird.
I have a
What would
group.
happen if you actually got on the calendar? Like, if you actually got on the Zoom, like mine schedules you a Zoom call, like where I can.
Oh.
And so what would happen if I actually got?
I think they're just messing with you. But I get people that want to join my group and they've been on Facebook for like 2 hours.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, no.
No.
You know, it's
Yep.
funny because a couple of weeks ago, somebody sent me a private message on Facebook and saying, "Hey Tina, did you get another Facebook account?" And I was like, "No." And they screenshotted, and somebody had taken my photo of 4 or 5 years ago and used it for a new Facebook account. And I was like,
I have a friend who, like, this happens to him regularly. People use his photos and open up. He's a good looking guy, right? He's a really good guy. And
what's his name?
the real guy or like the fake one, like he gets all the time because people see him and send him screenshots.
Yeah.
And he reports them and does all of that. But like multiple times a year, this happens to him.
Really? Yeah, this was my first time, but I felt like, I was like, oh, maybe I am a celebrity now, because you know what, you made it when somebody starts trying to copy you.
Is that the bar? Is that the bar?
I guess you know what the bar is when people start taking your image and pretending to be you.
You know what? They can have it. I'm like,
Right? Bye.
I just want to like hide. I'm like, you know what? No, thank you. Oh,
Well, speaking of hiding, the last couple of days in the house.
Stop it. Okay, so
How are you feeling?
So every morning Tina like does this little emotion check on me, like, Angel, okay, how are you feeling? Right.
Because I care about you. I love you.
I'm fine until somebody asks me how I'm feeling. And, you're
starting to have your going away like dinners and coffees and stuff. So that's going to be emotional.
That is so emotional. Yeah. We're saying the goodbyes to people and that sucks.
No, but thank goodness for social media. I mean, I have, through this whole COVID, we have all these things where like, at least you still can connect, and then you have Zooms and FaceTimes and just think of how life would be without it. So I can imagine though, being bittersweet, being where you're going, where you're at, where you're going.
Yeah, it has been true. Like we have been able to stay connected. I was telling somebody yesterday, I mean, if you want the world to truly end, just shut off my internet, right? I've been able to stay connected, like to do pretty much. I mean, there's still been not everything, but there's still a lot that we've been able to do because of, I mean, we order a pizza and it tells us what time it went in the oven.
Right? Your person just picked up your pizza and it's on its way. It should be there in 8 minutes.
I know. It's like, it's pretty, I mean, truly technology has kept us and we can, and we're meeting some amazing people we might not have had access to before or been able to connect with before. But yeah, saying goodbye in person is
would you rather, okay, so for those of you who have moved, would you rather say goodbye like in person or just be like, I'll see you later, we're not going to even like talk and hug and let's just I'll act like it's not happening?
Well, I think like with some people like that you don't see, like, it's not going to be any different, right? I'll still see you as often as I want to see you. Although Jay this morning, he's like, Angel, we have to send Christmas cards this year because we haven't sent Christmas cards like the last 2 years in a row. Because I'm like, I see everybody.
You have a great system to send Christmas cards.
I do now, but we traveled all, I saw people, I saw everybody pretty regularly. They knew what was going on in our lives. Yeah, this year Yeah, we definitely are gonna have to start sending.
And you're gonna have to send your Christmas cards because people are gonna need your new address.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so see, could I use my banner season? I get my 50 free cards. Is it 50?
It's 50 free cards this month. I literally just sent mine. I created a really cute photo. I won't show you because some of you guys are gonna get it. But a really cute thing on Canva, and then I uploaded it to my banner season and sent out a really cute Thanksgiving fall card.
Nice.
Do you send Christmas cards, April?
I do not. It's not something I have ever, it's just time. It's been time, you know. I think I did 1 year and I was like, I'm gonna do this every year. And then, the next year came and it always sneaks up on me. Like by the time.
How many Christmas cards do you get?
I get, I don't know, 20.
So
yeah, so I don't get a huge amount either.
I send about 200 cards out every year. And
wow.
I get about 400 cards every single
Oh
year.
my goodness.
Oh, okay. So I know for some people that they're thinking there's a reason to send, but I'm thinking like, whoa, 400 cards in my mailbox. Like,
but
do you display them?
I used to. Well, I mean, I probably won't this year since I have a roommate, but I used to. I used to all the time. And then, but also my birthday is December 30th, which by the way, we just found out it is our 200th episode on December 30th.
Yay!
Like a double celebration that day.
Yeah.
Right? So when we on our 100th episode, we had the our first biannual A&T award show. And we brought our last 100 guests on and everybody, got an award. And so for our 200th episode, I think we're going to do the same thing and have an A&T award show.
The A&T award show / Tina's birthday / 200th episode / New Year's Eve / goodbye 2020 /
all the things.
It's going to be a 2-hour special. So stay tuned for the new Angel and Tina morning show.
We'll just run it all day, right?
That would be a blast.
That would be.
Yes.
That would be interesting.
Mm-hmm.
If we did like a 12-hour Angel and Tina marathon. I mean, who couldn't get enough of us?
Okay, well, that's the only show we're doing that week then.
I know, right?
Just cram it all.
Would be like.
So then it wouldn't be our 200th show if I didn't have any other shows leading up to it that week, huh?
True. Our cheeks already, like after we do the Connect Summit, we're like, because we're always having to, smile the whole time. And as soon as we're done, I'm like, oh my gosh, my cheeks hurt from smiling. So we would definitely be like.
So April, where did you're Minnesota?
Missouri. Midwest. Yeah, I live in Missouri. All those M's, yes.
Sorry, but you said it's cold
really
there.
Cold there, right?
Oh, it is cold here. It's like, we get all 4 seasons. So it can be cold today and then tomorrow it can be 80. It's just how it is here in the Midwest.
What is your cold though? Because some people are like, it's 60 degrees. It's so
no. It's like 30, 37. Yeah. And it's rainy.
Oh yeah, it's raining here today.
It's been freezing here in Denver this week, just absolutely freezing. Now the good news, we got this great snowstorm. I mean, great snowstorm. It is the great snowstorm because it put out these horrific fires and it smothered the fires. So it is the great snowstorm. I mean that it was, fabulous because
Colorado is pretty much freezing you out.
It is freezing. It's freezing. Okay, so tell me about your backdrop. Is that a virtual backdrop? Is it a screen?
It is a photo backdrop. Amazon, $14.99. But I love it. I love the rustic feel of it. But anyway, yeah. So
is it a vinyl?
Yes, it's a vinyl. Yeah.
I love it.
Tina's got a bunch of those.
I have a pink one like Michelle's, and then I have a white and gray.
I do. I was with her last week on her show actually, or on one of her groups, and she's the one that got me addicted to the photo backdrops. I mean, I have probably 8 sitting over here, and I have colors and bricks and.
Which one do you have?
I know I have the pink one, and
I have the pink one.
Yeah.
And then do you roll them up on the PVC pipes?
I do. Yeah. Roll them up on the PVC and we can you could easily just swap it up and down. My husband cut this piece of wood that I just pop it up and down so I can do it by myself, but it's super simple. It's like genius.
It is genius. Like seriously, you get these things for 10 to 15 bucks. It's big old huge like piece of vinyl. You roll them up with double stick tape on a piece of PVC pipe. You put some little hooks up on here, and then all you have to do is pull it down for the different backgrounds.
Yep.
And less than 20 bucks, you have a whole photo shoot background.
I know I get asked a lot sometimes on my lives, where are you at today? I said, I'm in the same place, just a different backdrop.
Okay. All right. So I'm moving, right? And I'm going to be at my parents' house for a little bit while we're waiting to close on Dream House. And so I might have to get some of these backdrops.
Yeah,
It's
super
so
affordable.
Simple. It's so simple too, because there's like these little hooks, like almost like curtain rods.
If Tina can do it,
listen.
Yes.
If
so
I
it's a curtain. It's a curtain hook.
It.
It's supposed to be the ones that you draw back on your curtains like this.
Yeah.
But we've turned it so that it looks like this.
Yes.
And then the PVC pipe
so
sits inside.
Like you can almost fit like 3 PVC pipes in there.
Yeah, it's pretty big. Yeah.
And you just kind of pull the one that you want down. Pull it down.
Well, I love the backdrop.
Thank you.
I've got a friend who he's kind of rugged, like he's kind of a Mr. Fixer, but he actually built a wall like that, like from wood, right? And
yes.
Created it in his office, and it's gorgeous. And so I was looking at them, I'm like, oh, did you build that? But
yeah, I want to do this. I want to do this in my bedroom. I want to do it on the back wall of the bedroom to give it that little rustic feel. My husband's like, okay, just add it to my list. It might get done, might not.
So how long is your honey to-do list?
It's never ending.
She's like, I'm just adding it and adding it.
Adding it.
Honey, I got 5 things added. Oh, I have 10 more to add.
So April, I know we were talking about some different changes and stuff that you're going through.
Yes.
Like a little seasonal change. Is this for public knowledge? Can we announce it? Do we want to?
We can announce it. I haven't announced it. But I was telling both Tina and Angel earlier that I have decided to do what I do full time. And so I can just kind of segue in. I'm currently an influencer for a beauty company or for a jewelry company. However, I have decided
it was kind of a side hustle, right?
It was always, yes, it's been a side hustle. And the way that it started was I wanted a kitchen. Like I saw my friend doing this and I was like, okay, well, I can do this for like $200 extra. Like, okay, well, I just want some cash. And then, it kind of blew up and I was like, whoa. Okay. So I've been doing this like hustle, really hustling for 3 years. And I was telling Tina before we got on, I was like, what am I waiting for? Like, I can't get any bigger with what I currently have. And I need more time. So, I went blonde once. So I got to say, I tried it, right? I got to say, well, I tried it.
Did blondes have more fun or no?
No, it fried my hair is what it did. Yeah, because you go from this dark color to the blonde, but I said I did it, right? I can say, in stories with my kids and grandkids that, hey, I was blonde once. Hey, I ran a business once, but I'm not gonna end my sentence with once. I'm gonna make it work.
Yeah.
Okay,
and so what did you do?
I gave my notice. My last day is next Friday. So I'm a nurse by trade. I currently work in an IT department. So I work with computers and that kind of thing, 9 to 5. And it's a great job. Don't get me wrong. This was not an easy decision, but at the same time, I'm like, my passion's just not there anymore. My passion is, to help others have what I have, if that's what they want, or even just to have a little piece of it, if that's what they want.
Even if it's just $200 to get there.
Even if it's just $200, right? And, overall, it's not just about, the product that I sell or that I influence or sell. It's really about, I talked to Tina a little bit about this, it's about your mindset. And it's about how, I went through a time, we all go through times in our lives. And I want the people, I want my friends to see that they're not alone. Being a wife, a mom, a daughter, a sister, a business owner, those are tough times. And no one really talks about it. They talk about it in little snippets. And social media and media in general can really paint a picture that's not really the truth. And so I just have a passion to share with people that, you can have whatever you want, but you gotta get right. And it might take a little bit of work, but I don't want you to feel alone. Like you don't what you see on this side of the screen is one side of the screen. We all have, it's not always rainbows and unicorns, right? And, I always say that when I put myself, this is, my thing is when I put myself together, like I am today, it makes me feel amazing. And it makes me feel like I can do anything, like, get there with that confidence, with that stance, like you ain't getting in my way. I'm going to do what I need to do. And it's amazing how one little thing can make you feel that way. And so that's really where my passion is to teach others the same thing.
I love that, because just like a plant, you put your plant that's growing in a tiny little pot, and then you're like, okay, there's nowhere else for me to go. This is all I can grow. But then you put it in a bigger pot and it can grow even bigger. So that's what you're doing. You're making yourself be able to grow bigger by getting out of that pot that you're sitting there stuck in, because there's no other time that you can have. You work a 9-to-5 job. So you're only doing your hustle part-time. So now this can be your full-time job.
Right. And I just physically, I couldn't, I'm blessed. It wasn't really announced until Michelle's live that I had been, I have generated over 6 figures in revenue just in this small little business that I have. And it gets to a point where I can't, like you say, you can't grow anymore. I need that bigger pot. And so, but I have to go with it. Like, this was just the time, like, that gut and you're feeling, you're like, you just got to do it. But I had to get my husband on board, of course, he was like, and I'm like, come on, I'm not going to fail here. I won't fail.
I've been doing this for 3 years.
In fact, it's probably even more secure, right? Right now we're dealing with some mortgage things, right? Trying to get a new mortgage. And, we're self-employed and have been for, pretty much 14 years. And so, but they're like, they like W-2 employees. They like employees. They like to, they think are risky. I'm like, they could fire me. They could there's nothing secure. There's nothing permanent about that. Here, I'm, I get to kind of write my own ticket and I get to go and create it. And like, you really should be more, I don't know, like, we're out there the ones making this impact, right? We're the ones donating back to the local charities. It's the small business that is really giving back to the community and creating this creating economics, really, right? Because nothing changes until commerce happens, and we're creating commerce every single day. And so it's been interesting to,
well, even our friend Courtney Epps, she says everybody should have some kind of home-based business, because it helps your tax return. I mean, you can claim so much. So,
well, that's my problem, is we claimed so much.
Yeah.
They're like, do you even have a job?
We claim so much. I'm like, they should look at all we wrote off a lot of stuff, and so they just want to see
look at this number instead of
look at this number up here. This is a cool number. I was proud of that number. Right? So
you see all the commas in there?
The comma club. That's where we're headed. Well, super excited. Well, let me read April's bio. So, just a little bit more about her.
April, a funny thing is my parents, the 2 names that my parents were going to give me was Tina or April.
We'd be sisters, girl.
I know.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't think I look like an April.
Sometimes I don't think I look like an April, but we just still roll with it after 4 years. I mean, come on now. Yeah.
I am still getting messages from that
post.
From that post. My youngest son, he's in the Army. He says, that is so weird. I would never wear that in my life.
And Tina texted me and asked me what color did Jay want. I did not even show it to him. I'm like, ick. Like, no. I
got an LOL. I texted it to my husband and he said LOL.
I was going to post this, but I don't think I can post it. It has too many curse words in it.
Yeah, Jay came in and saw Tina and he's like, blue. I want it in blue, Tina. Oh my gosh. Okay, so we have April, helping women feel confident in all that they do with mindset. She's an entrepreneur, wife, mother of 2 girls, nurse by trade, a leader in 2018, moving her way up to the top 1% in sales in 2019 and 2020, making 6 figures. as a side hustle. And now she is making that very brave, bold, big decision, although it's not that big. It's not that, it probably felt really brave and bold, but it really is more like common sense. Like you've created this on the side while still working a full-time job. And imagine if you had the time and energy and attention to devote that energy, right? Because I think a lot of times we're so distracted, right? We're doing so many things, but when we get laser focused, and this is right, we become obsessed, right? We become obsessed with what we want. We get what we think about. What most of the time we have this one thing that we're building. It'll just explode. If you did 6 figures, imagine if you devoted your full time.
I know my team's already like, oh my gosh, she's coming like a train, because if she's already done all this, then I cannot wait to see where we're going to go. So time blocking is super important when you're working, especially, but you can do it with a 9 to 5. I mean, I'm proof of that. I am just a hometown girl from Missouri that has a, girl, I used to wear just stud earrings. That was my thing. Like all the time, I would just wear stud earrings. And I remember one of my friends at work was like, do you have any other earrings besides those studs? Because that is all you ever wear. And I'm like, well,
as a nurse, you really can't wear that many like bold earrings.
Right. But I was like, yeah, so, then, look where it happened 3 years later. So, so, I appreciate the journey. I really do. And I try, I tell everyone, you can do this. And, part of the, about the mindset, I mean, that is something that I see a lot of network marketers, I see a lot of business owners and entrepreneurs struggle with, is that you see them doing all the things, they're taking all the courses, they're doing this, they're showing up on social media, but they don't have it right here. And that was a huge turning point for me, probably about 6 months ago, is that I was doing all the things, but I wasn't like growing. I was, I wasn't stagnant, but I was just kind of like, I was just getting up and doing the motions. And I have a coach, another coach that I work with, Kimberly Olson. I'm not sure if you guys are familiar with.
She was on the show.
Yes. So Kimberly Olson, great other mentor and coach. So I've been working with her, and she has this amazing course that I've taken. And the first whole semester was about mindset. And I remember thinking like, no, like, let's get to the meat and potatoes of this course,
I don't need this.
I don't need this. But in reality, she was absolutely correct. You do need it. You need, because you got to get right with that. And it's not something, and I share this a lot, is like, you don't do it and you're done with it. Like, it is something I have to practice every day. And some days it is every hour, and some days it is every 5 minutes.
Yes.
Because, and especially when I'm tired and like fatigued from, hustling, I noticed that's when I let the negative thoughts creep in. And so I've had to learn to not do that. And then overall, not only do I feel good here and I look good on the outside, it's just like the whole thing. And so that is where my passion has sort of been, is to teach others the same thing.
But you were right about
so important.
The mindset piece. I know none of us, right, ever think that's the thing, right? Give me the checklist. Tell me what to do, right? Give me the result, the blueprint. I'll do the steps. And yet it is. And when you get to the other side of that, you're like, oh yeah, like this is where I needed to do all the work. But it's never what we show up for, right? It's we're always looking for the checklist and the answers,
the juicy goodness.
But
we're always looking for that. We're always looking for the secret sauce.
Yeah.
And in reality, the secret sauce starts with you. And I'm a firm believer of that.
And sometimes it just takes that one person who believes in you a little bit more than you believe in yourself. In fact, I just put a post out there this morning about that you got to believe in yourself before anybody else believes in you. But there are sometimes that person, there's a couple of people who believe in you a little bit more than you believe in yourself. And when we had Kimberly Olson on our show a few months back, we adapted like this mantra, become obsessed with what you want. We named the VIP day after becoming obsessed with what you want. I sent Angel a water bottle that says, become obsessed with what you want. And that's what we have been doing, becoming obsessed with what we want.
I found the sticky note. I just came across the sticky note yesterday. Oh, there it is. Right. Because I had written it down.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then we had turned everything. Like, what do you want? And what are you thinking about most of the time? Like, start there. What are you thinking about most of the time? Because that's what you're going to get, right? No matter what, if it's small pot, right? Instead of a big container, right? You're going to get what you
or
think
even
about.
the negative. Are you so focused on all that negativity that's going on in your life, all the bad things that are going on in your life, all the horrible things that have happened in your life? Are you so obsessed with all of that that you cannot move forward? Because that's what you're going to get. Or can you become obsessed with all the stuff that you can have, that you can create, that you can build upon?
So April, what are you most excited about in this next season?
I'm most excited about being able to take all my things. I'm most excited about taking the things that I've learned and probably bringing them, publishing them at some point. And I'm just going to leave it at that. I have a lot of ideas about where I want to go, what I want to do. And this is going to allow me the time to actually do those things. Like you said,
So April, you're thinking about writing a book? Is that what I
maybe
hear?
Maybe not a book, maybe a course.
Okay. Well, you always can turn the course into a book, or
I could. Book has made the list. But maybe it's not one of the top things. Yes. So, why not? I mean, we live in a world where we just need to empower women. And look. There's your ABCs. That's maybe the word.
Maybe that's where he got it from.
He stole my stuff.
He stole your stuff.
I don't think the ABCs were your thing, though, Angel.
But that might have been
true.
Huh. I don't know. Anyway.
I just see so many people not even try. I see people not try because they see what others have, and it's the comparison game. And I don't care how much you practice it; it happens. You just have to learn to get right with it.
It even happens to all of us.
Yes,
because you're right. You see all the perfect lives on social media.
Yes,
and you see them doing this and doing that and doing this, and you're like,
I can never do that.
Ever have like a bad day?
Or I can never do that. Or I can't.
We do have bad days.
Yes.
We just don't post about it. There are times that we're having our hair in a ponytail with no makeup on and sweats and a sweatshirt. If you do not know, Angel and I wear like pajama pants and yoga pants from the bottom down.
We were just talking about that before the live. I mean, I'm in my pajama pants. I tell my audience that all the time, girls. I may look good here, but I got my pajama pants on.
Angel has her. If you can read this, bring me wine socks on.
Yeah.
I mean, we're not fully head to toe, completely dolled up. I have, flannel pajama pants on the bottom and bare feet, you know, and I don't wake up like this at all.
I did a Facebook Live with somebody not too long ago. We were talking about all of our get ready hacks and all the different things that we do, like, waist up and all of the stuff that we do to get ready. Yeah. I gave away all my secrets in her little video. It was pretty funny. All of them. Yeah.
I need to go check out that video.
Yeah. It was supposed to be like, here's how we quickly pull this stuff together. And it was a 45-minute video.
But you shared all of them.
It took longer to actually share the video than it takes me to pull myself together.
Ready. Yeah, it used to take me an hour and about 45 minutes to get ready. Used to. And since I had a couple of little hacks in the last year or two, now it takes me 30 minutes, beginning to end.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, of course. So I packed up. I gave away like half of my shoes in my move. I know Tina's like having heart palpitations. Right? I'm like, I just like all the really high heels. I'm like,
okay, so are you never going to wear high heels again?
Well, I'm not going to get back into those 4-inch things. I put on a pair of shoes the other day. I was stumbling. It was like walking in mama's like high heel shoes. I've totally forgotten how to walk in high heels.
Well, who needs shoes when you got those socks?
True. You need to wear those socks on stage. She brings a sleep mask. So I think you should start bringing the socks on stage if we ever get back on stage again.
I know. When is that ever going to happen? Honestly, right? Okay, so ladies, I got to take a quick little commercial break. Talk about our fabulous sponsors on the big screen here.
Speaking of sponsors, we're getting the Angel and Tina show are going to be a little bit stepping up their game, getting an intro and outro here pretty soon.
Yeah, so we had Daniel Meyer with Sonic VA on the show yesterday, and of course he's been a sponsor of the Angel and Tina Morning Show for several months now, and he's starting a whole new department, so to speak, for doing video editing. And of course he does Michelle Cunningham's videos, and so we're going to step up our game. We're probably going to change our banner, have an intro and an outro video created. He's putting together these really fun little video packages. It includes your sizzle reel and like 6 videos that they'll do for you, like 1 a week for 6 weeks, just to up your content game. So Sonic VA is one of our sponsors of the Angel and Tina Morning Show. So grateful to have them. Check them out at sonicva.com, sonicva.com. They are a team of virtual assistants. He has over a bunch of them in both the United States and the Philippines. If there's just too much on your to-do list, or you're doing too many things that are not in your zone of genius, keeping you from growing your business, you can hire out or hire a VA or a team of VAs, and Sonic VA will give you a 10% discount off your first 40 hours of VA service when you mention the Angel and Tina Morning Show. So do what you do best and hire out for all the rest. sonicva.com. Bliss by the Lake Boutique is our clothing sponsor. They get new inventory in every single week, so check them out on social media. And then Zandra TV Network. They are our global digital syndicated streaming network. All your on-demand favorite networks, you're going to find the Zandra TV Network, and you're going to find the Angel and Tina Morning Show. So thanks so much, Zandra TV, for being our award-winning producer. If you've got content and ever thought about hosting your own television show, yeah, TV, not just on podcasts, not just on YouTube, but your own television show, schedule a discovery call by going to beonztv.com. That's beonztv.com. Zandra TV Network, Bliss by the Lake Boutique, and Sonic VA. Thank you so much for sponsoring us. And April, thanks so much for being our fabulous guest here this morning, having this unscripted conversation, being the bright start to our day.
Thank you. It's been my pleasure.
Okay, so next quarter, we know, like, game changer for you.
Mm-hmm.
You're changing lanes a little bit, gonna stay completely focused. What do the holidays like? Are the holidays like a big thing? Or
yeah, so the holidays are a big thing within my in my business and in my industry. So I have it's going to give me some time to really focus a little bit more. I mean, before it was kind of like fly by the seat of your pants when you have a few moments, but I think it's really going to give me an opportunity to plan out, to have a really good holiday season, and then to take that time and spend it with my team as well, so that they can really blow it out of the park. Yeah. So just in the industry and retail in general, we're hearing that people are going to be shopping a lot earlier this year. And so that's going to give me a little bit of a head start on the holiday season.
So I seen yesterday, Target had their commercial up for Black Friday, right? They're like, oh, since we can't have Black Friday, we're going to have Black Friday every month or every day in the month of November. And I was like, huh.
Yeah.
And so Walmart is doing the same thing. So instead of having like Black Friday, because, we can't all be in the stores, like thousands of people like we used to. So they're having it like every day there's a new like huge sale that they would actually have like on Black Friday. And I was like, that's interesting. I wonder how that's going to turn out, like on the back end of things, like, marketing side and the income wise and stuff like that, of having it every single day.
Oh, it'll be fun. Oh my gosh, it'll be fun.
Right? I mean, I used to do the Black Friday, getting up at 2:00 in the morning and being in line at 4:00. And
so do you know why they call it Black Friday?
Because you're blacked out by the time you get home. I don't know.
No, this is something that most consumers don't know, right? They think it's a shopping thing, right? It's like all about the shopping, but truly in retail, most retail businesses don't create a profit. They're running in the red most of the year, and they don't actually go into the black until November. And so it was Black Friday because it's when most retailers actually start making a profit. They make the majority of their profit in the last 6 weeks. They're open up all year long, and they make the most of they actually go into the black and they make their profit in the last 6 weeks. And so when we think about how hard they have been hit, and so they need it all month long. It's to help them get into the black so that they can stay open next year. So support your businesses.
Go to Target, go to Walmart.
Right? I mean, this isn't a promotion like go and support big business. Go and support business. Go and create commerce. Go and, buy Christmas gifts that you wouldn't normally ever buy. Go and find who do you know that has their own business and has products and things that they can sell. Who is going to save this country economically is the small business owner. But instead of going like this, of going, well, I can't and I don't and I have, like if I spend $100 with April will spend $100 with Tina will spend $100. Like, let's create commerce and let's start shopping now. So it's a black year for all of us, which really means profit.
Right. I like that. And I always thought I thought Black Friday has something to do with marketing, but like I always thought, okay, so Black Friday must be about like you're so blacked out from eating so much on Thanksgiving.
Originally, right? It was, and even for a lot of small businesses, they don't hit the black until September, right? Yeah. Like they run, when you think about how much it costs you to operate and payroll and all of that most businesses don't actually hit black until September. So it's a you're in the red, right? You've heard that phrase. You're in the red, like you're upside down a little bit. And then your business is in the black, which means it's now you've made more than you spent.
Yeah. I like that. So yesterday I seen a post about California and Thanksgiving that like you have to wear a mask unless you're eating. Like there's like this whole list of things that you must. I have to pull it up.
Even at family gatherings.
For family gatherings, I was like, what? In your home? Okay, let me find it. I have it.
Oh,
one moment, please.
You have family close by, April? Do you do?
Yeah, my family is located here. That's probably why we're not. We haven't gone anywhere. My parents are here, and my in-laws are also here. So, I mean, things will change in the future, but as of right now, we're all in one little area.
That used to be us. Everybody was here in Colorado, but my kids now live in Orlando. My parents' home is in Florida. And so we're moving to Florida next week, which is really weird for me to like total. It's
going to be really weird when you have no snow at all.
Yes.
Yeah. And
because you don't get 4 seasons in Orlando. You get like 2. Well, hot and hotter.
It was so funny. People are like, Angel, like you're trading dry and no bugs for all of this. I'm like, I am not a tree. Like if we get there, and I've said this to Jay, like if we get there and we eat it, we do not have to stay, right? Somebody asked if this is my permanent home. I'm like, I have no idea what it's going to be like. But I'm going to like April. I'm going to try it. And if we don't like it, we will leave. But I did have one person who, when I put up the sign at the post of that I'm moving, I had one person who gave me this diatribe. She's like, yeah, we hated it. We didn't like living there. And she gave me like a whole list. And she's like, I'm not trying to put a damper on your enthusiasm. I'm like, well, you did.
Yes, you are.
Yeah. Thanks.
Yeah. So new mandatory California Christmas Thanksgiving gathering guidelines. No more than 3 households, including your own, may gather. The host of the gathering must collect all names and addresses of those attending. All gatherings must be held outside. You can go to the bathroom inside if the bathroom is frequently sanitized. You are allowed to gather in an open park, 3 households only, but no concurrent gatherings like with people in the same park. I don't understand that one.
So you can't have year 3, and year 3 all potted together.
All seating must be socially distanced. All food must be in single serve disposable dishes. So you cannot put like your fancy china out.
You can't put your turkey out and everybody pull off the same platter.
You must wear a mask at all times unless you are putting something in your mouth.
So
you must wear
you can't do a buffet style.
You can only gather for 2 hours maximum. Singing is discouraged, but if you must sing, you have to wear a mask and sing below a standard speaking voice. I mean, this is like real rules here.
Where did you see that?
It was on Facebook. Like all these people.
Oh, so it must be true.
It must be true. But this is like real stuff here. This is like from this. I'm like, what?
Okay, so what are your plans for Thanksgiving, Tina? You've already decorated your house for Christmas.
Oh, we have Thanksgiving still? I was just gonna go from Halloween
straight to Christmas.
I don't know. My kids all can't come home because they all work. Well, 2 of them work in retail. One of them is in the Army, so he can't come home. So I'm gonna be here with my roommate and her kids. So
you're not inviting anybody over and you're not going anywhere?
No.
How about you, April?
We're still undecided at this point. I think it's going to end up being a quaint our little family, and that's it. Unless the weather is nice and we can go somewhere outside.
Make sure there's no more than 3 people. Oh wait, don't worry. You don't have to be. You're not in California.
I'm not in California, but across the U.S. the numbers are rising, so you just don't know. I don't know.
No.
Usually we have plans by now, and I'm excited because this will be the first year I'm not working a holiday. But I'm like, I think I'm just going to enjoy it. I'm going to enjoy the moment.
So when you were a nurse, you had to work on Thanksgiving and sometimes the day after Thanksgiving, sometimes all night, whatever. But so now you gave your notice for 2 weeks.
Yeah. So my last day will be next Friday. Yeah. So I don't know what I'm going to do with myself.
So what did people at work say? You're dumb. I can't believe you're doing this.
No, actually. Well, I've been very private about it. My close little office knew about my biz. I don't think they knew the timeline. I think they thought it was January, and I just upped it a few months. And then my current leaders had no idea. They were really shocked. They're sad, but they understand.
Do they know how great of a person that you're what all you've done in your business?
They do not.
Probably not. No, probably not.
They know how great I am in my current role, but besides that, they don't know what I do on social media. They don't know. They will know, but they didn't up until this point.
Wow.
Yeah, I was in radio and had started a whole little side thing. And when they let us go, I was sad, right? They actually I went in and they're like, bye-bye, Angel. And I'm like, it just opened up a whole new door of opportunity. Like all this time I was spending, 40 hours in, in a studio. And so now I'm like, look at all the fun stuff we get to go and do now. And we started traveling and it just opened up so many doors, and you're going to be fine. Right? Like I've got
me with you, Angel, is that you told me what your income was, your annual income was at the radio show, and you're like, and Tina, and I did that in 1 month sometimes.
Yeah. Yeah, the fact that I stayed as long as I did was really, really more out of a loyalty to and a dedication to what they had done. So, but I'm like, yeah, I remember, I was like, income wise, it's almost embarrassing to tell you what I was making in radio versus the opportunity and stuff now, which is why when I'm like, seriously, with a mortgage, like, come on, people. Anyways, I was going to say something. Now I forgot what I was going to say. I got distracted. Okay. So you're starting something really exciting and new.
Yes.
That was it. I have another girlfriend. She was talking about, some life changes that are going on. Like you're gonna land on your feet, right? You've got a great support team. You've got systems. You've got you've got everything you need to be a success. And now you don't have anything stopping you. And I think sometimes when we have that little cushion, that little security blanket, right?
We don't push ourselves as much
because we don't have to. right? Because you don't have to. And so then when it is all on you and you start to see what you can truly do and what you are truly capable of, glass ceiling shatter. Like we create our own glass ceiling sometimes, right? And so let's just shatter that. So April, I'm so excited, and what a great time of year to launch it.
Yes, absolutely.
I can't wait for next year to come and you're like, I have tripled everything that I have done.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I love that.
Okay, so ladies, any last thing? April, how do people follow you, connect with you?
I'm on Facebook. I'm just under April Napier. You can follow me there. I also, I talked a little bit about mindset. I have a free guide to a positive mindset. You can grab that and you can contact me through Facebook, or if you go to my page in the banner, you can click here and there's a link for you to grab that, because I really think at the end of the day, that's what it really all started. And that was the shifting point. I get asked what was the shifting point, and really that was me. You can take all the classes, you can do all the things, but it's the one thing that you hear a lot of people talk about, but sometimes they don't attach it to the business or the entrepreneur aspect of it. It's like two separate lanes. And I think once you start to meld those together, but you really got to get your mind right. So that's why I really push that affirmations guide.
So I was going to say, so what kind of things are in there? Affirmations?
Okay. Yes. So what I do in that guide is I talk really quickly about making positive statements, and it starts really with your negative thoughts. And so you have to make a list of the negative in order to, because you can make a list to say, I'm strong, I'm powerful, I'm awesome, I'm a magnet recruiter, I'm an entrepreneur. You can say all those things, but I think you have to know first what's holding you back or your block. So then you can take that I can't do this to I can do this. And I can, that's just a simple example of it, but it's just a real easy 2-page guide. And then it's something you have to practice every day. You have to, say them in your mind, and you have to know how to counteract those negative thoughts, and you get better as you practice those.
Somebody was just saying
positive affirmations every single day in my morning routine. And
somebody was just saying to me the other day, they heard somebody was saying, well, it's so hard. Like, they were making the comment of it's so hard. And the person responded, well, what if it wasn't? What if it wasn't hard? What if it was actually easy? And she came back like a month later, and because she's like, I realized it really isn't hard. It wasn't so hard. It really is. And so I love the fact, April, that you address, right, the elephant in the room, address what is the thing that you think, and really it's in most cases, we think it's holding us back, but it's all in that. Yeah, it is mindset. So
you got to get it right. You got to get it out. You got to get it out there in order to address it. Because if you're just kind of floating around the surface, it's never going to get addressed. And so that's why that quick guide talks about, what are your current thoughts about yourself? And it's not an easy exercise. And then you're going to change those to the positive and then work through those.
I love that.
You said, Tina, you start every day with affirmations?
It's part of my morning routine. I started 14 years ago and learned about, I am statements. And then I started realizing that there's I am statements in the Bible, that, this started way back in the day. And that's part of my morning routine. It's part of what I teach my clients and my coaching clients, is that it all starts about mindset. Every single coach that I know, they all start with mindset. Every single one, because you have to be in the right mindset before you can go on, before you can learn anything that you are learning. You have to be in that right mindset. And you're right, it's you who holds you back.
I cleaned out my medicine cabinet, right? And in the inside of my medicine cabinet were like my affirmations and like, not really a vision board, but just to get my mindset for the day. And so taking all of that down, because we're moving, it was weird. Like, and then I'm like, okay, Angel, just because you're taking it down doesn't shift anything. Like, you still got this, girl. Right?
You need the Think Up app. There are apps too that you can totally practice your affirmations for. So it doesn't have to be a paper. Think Up is one. There's a lot of different apps to help, if you're like, I don't want to pay for an app, I don't want an app, set reminders, set your reminders on your phone to ding you every couple hours with a positive affirmation. I mean, there's easy ways to do it. That's right. Get it, girl.
Yeah. I love it.
Superwoman stance.
Okay, so give where we get the affirmations guide again.
I sent the link, so I don't know. I can actually probably put it in the comments of this video, especially on Facebook. But if you connect with me on Facebook, it's also in my banner. You can click, it says click here for my positive mindset guide. So, but I'll put it in the comments of this video on the Facebook page.
Perfect.
That's perfect. Yeah.
I love that.
And then go back, April, and have anybody who's commented, engaged, interacted
Yes.
with. We want
I'll
you
touch base
to-
with them. Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes.
And we've got the Angel and Tina morning show. You can interact and engage there as well.
Okay.
We love having our guests. And just because you've been on once, right? Like if when you publish that book or you launch that course, you've got
Come on
something
back.
exciting, right? Absolutely. Well, I'm Angel Tuzzi. I am your media matchmaker. If you want more exposure, right? We came up with a new word yesterday. We talk about automating, delegating, and exposurating. I looked it up though. It's a hashtag for a photographer. Like it's a photography thing.
Exposure rate.
I'm sure it's a made up word. It is totally. Yeah. Hey, that AA guy just scheduled again with me.
Let me see if he's scheduled with me.
Oh, go away.
He did.
Go away.
He really wants a spot, ladies. He really wants a spot.
November 12th at 2:55.
Wow, that's really weird. Okay. So we have a starter kit. If you want to get started with media exposure, you can grab your complimentary starter kit at makeyourbigimpact.com. That's makeyourbigimpact.com. Today, in about an hour, Tina and I are kicking off a brand new 12-week program, Online Relationship Mastery. If you want to get more exposure, get booked on 2 stages a week, sell more copies of your book, and build your online visibility, it starts today in 1 hour. We've got a special coupon code. If you guys are interested, text the word ANGEL to 26786. That's ANGEL to 26786. And we'll get you plugged in. We're starting today, 12 weeks. It's going to be a game changer, but you have to be an author in order to participate, because it's all about featuring you as an author, getting booked on stages, selling your book, and building that online visibility. So get started.
So important.
It is. Yeah. So we're super excited to be kicking that off. We'll kick it off again in another 90 days. So if your book is not published yet, you've got 90 days to get that book published, and then you can join us for Online Relationship Mastery.
I had so much fun today. It's so fun how we just kind of bring all these comments up and how the conversation goes. I'm Tina Torres, your client retention expert, otherwise known as the gratitude specialist. And if you're struggling with building your audience, finding the right clients, or even retaining those clients that you already have, I have a complimentary guide that I hope you grow your audience organically, online and offline. Connect and nurture those relationships authentically, and then take those relationships and turn them into paying clients. You can grab that free guide if you text the word connection to 26786. That is the word connection to 26786. My dog is like running around like crazy. What is wrong with you? We are Angel and Tina on the Angel and Tina Morning Show. We are so grateful to you, our loyal fans, our audience, our amazing guests. We hope we brought a bright start to your day. We will see you guys tomorrow.